I would like to warmly welcome you all to this special occasion, the inaugural program of Hydrology Project Convention Centre commissioning of automatic weather station and piezometer constructed under NHP.
Department is taking up automatic weather station, which we have recently, just now we have visited, and we have 5 automatic weather stations covering the foothills of Nagaland. Also, we are taking up automatic weather level recorders along with rain gauge at major important rivers. Also, we are taking up single automatic rain gauges at those districts where there is no automatic rain gauge, automatic weather stations. Further, we are also taking up Piezometer to monitor the groundwater level in the state, to manage, and water quality lab to analyze the various water quality parameters. Further, to manage all the hydrometeorological data, the department has also constructed one data and knowledge center at Koima and Dimapur. Component 2 is Water Resource Information System. The department is in the process of establishing a state water informatics center in line with the National Water Informatics Centre, which will provide a platform for real-time data acquisition network, remote sensing data, topographical maps, and knowledge products developed under Component 3. Component 3, Water Resource Operation and Planning System. The department aims to operationalize and integrate various data and information into knowledge product, and accordingly, 3 knowledge products have been initiated to study some of the water-related issues and water management infrastructure of the state. The studies undertaken by the department under the component are benchmarking of minor irrigation projects implemented in the state, elevating waterlogging problem at critical areas in Dimapur, development of flood forecasting model in Dansuri River. Besides these 3 studies, another studies is also proposed to be taken up for water accounting of the state, which is initiated by National Institute of Hydrology Rookie under the same project. Component 4 is the institutional capacity enhancement. Component 4 supports all these subcomponents like capacity building, operational expenses, professional development, and project management. The department has hired professionals and field staff for managing the project at different capacity in the form of GIS expert, IT expert, gauge reader, and field assistant. Now I will read out the technical report on these 3 activities. One is the Hydrology Project Convention Centre. Hydrology Project Convention Centre has been initiated under National Hydrology Project to build up departmental staff capacities, impart awareness and use of latest technologies and tools involved in water monitoring and management system. The center will also disseminate knowledge and experience gained from knowledge products such as flood forecasting, irrigation benchmarking, serving with latest technologies, and mitigating flood inundations. Further, the center will serve as a backup data center and will record data derived from knowledge products and survey works. The project execution. Name of the firm for this building, firm, vendor or contractor is MS Vilele Kamo & Son. The value of work is 227.85 lakh. Contract signing date is 19 July 2019. Date of commencement 3rd August 2019. For this, extension of time was given for 245 days. and there was 8 variations. The final contract value is 248.34 lakh. Date of completion 30th September 2021, and the cleaned area of this building is 837.83 square meter. Number 2, piezometer. Piezometer are used for systematic measurement of water level to provide essential data needed to evaluate changes in resources over time, to develop groundwater model and forecast trends, and to design, implement, and monitor the effectiveness of groundwater management and protection program. The department has taken up 3 piezometers located at Kohima, Dimapur, and Tuli under Mokokchung district to monitor the groundwater level as a startup in Nagaland to monitor and forecast trend. Project execution. Name of firm, vendor, or contractor. MS Longtumar. Value of work 19.05 lakh. Contract signing date 28 January 2021. Date of commencement 8 May 2021. Extension of time given 44 days. Number of variation 1. Final contract value 17.44 lakh. Date of completion 13 November 2021. Number 3. Automatic weather station. Automatic weather station is designed to monitor meteorological parameters such as temperature, relative humidity, wind speed and wind direction, evapotranspiration, rainfall. These meteorological data are extensively used by agricultural scientists, disaster managers, meteorologists, and water resource department for estimation of crop water requirement, disaster management, weather forecasting, and for water resource management. Thank you.
I am delighted and elated to be a part of this grandeur here today. At this prime, I would like to thank God for the effort and the legend hours and a day. It is really encouraging to have known, and it is imperative to make a mention that the department under National Hydrological Project had carried forward and had enormously contributed so many good things for the welfare of the people in the state, for which I opportunely would like to thank all the officers of the selfless effort to active participation in bringing things into reality to successfully. Upon reaching such height, I particularly would like to thank our Chief Minister for it is through his dynamism that things are progressing rapidly within and outside. His vibrant magnanimity in serving the people stand applause in every form as we witness swift changes under his graceful leadership. Looking things on a brighter perspective, I am overwhelmed to know and speak of that there are 12 existing projects under HPCC, NSP here in Dimapur, of which some are on its progress, some remain completed, and some are to be initiated soon. Above all, taking advantage of the provision under the NSP, the Hydrological Project Convention Centre, HPCC at Dimapur was proposed to conduct and facilitate all NSP related training, workshop, events along with guest room facilities for the resource person. On venturing this achievement, this convention center will share the dual purpose of hosting of the Office of the Executive Engineer, Investigation Cell, Dimapur, as well as act as a convention center. This center now will be in the service as a playground for people from all professions to avail proper training facility from renowned speakers with skill, expertise in various fields. And this is one of the major achievements of the department since inception of the NHP. Taking things towards with the establishment of the very center, it is expected that to boast the department to develop partnership with the Nagaland and International Institute, establish communities, practice customized training, and a powerhouse to offer knowledge exchange and professional network, and perform as a center of excellence to address specific needs. Through this, outreach and awareness program will be conducted to showcase the various aspects of water management, planning, and its related benefit to a broad audience, both for specific target audiences such as local communities in irrigation or flood-prone areas, and for the public at large. To deduce, I once again thank Honorable Chief Minister for giving out time to be with us as a special guest, for which I say that I personally is optimistic that he present today sincerely illuminate for fructification of this very department. Not forgetting to thank host of the officers from the department for the valuable services that each one of you has rendered, culminating to completion of this project. Thank you and God bless.
Today, I stand here on behalf of the department to give an overview of the National Hydrology Project under which the Convention Centre was constructed. The approval of the Union Cabinet for implementation of the NHP was conveyed on 23rd June 2016. The project is for a total duration of 8 years. Altogether, there are 49 implementing agencies covering the entire nation except Arunachal Pradesh, in which the Department of Water Resources is acting as the implementing agency for the state of Nagaland. The project implementation plan, which is not we call it a PIP, for the state has been approved at an estimated cost of rupees 23 crores. There are 14 members on board currently forming the state project management unit, with the secretary as a project coordinator and the chief engineer as the nodal officer for operation of the project at the state level. Currently, the project is in the 7th year since its inception from 2016 to 17 and will continue till March 2024. Of course, our engineer Keduvizo has given some details about this, but I would like to repeat. Under this project, the department has been able to establish hydromet observation networks, real-time data acquisition system being one of the major activities carried out throughout the state. This RTDAS consists of a telemetric network of automated rainfall stations, automated weather stations, and water level recording stations along the major rivers. hydrometric observation coupled with real-time telemetry is the basis for numerous operating criteria and impact decision making rapidly, efficiently and consistently. The department has successfully constructed 3 piezometers, which was mentioned earlier, in the district Dimapur, Nchang and Kohima. However, considering the drastic climate changes globally, leading to the depletion in the surface water, there is an urgent need to explore the groundwater, for which the department emphasizes to propose additional piezometer in the remaining district to be accommodated under this program. To put water to the best use, it is imperative to check its quality and constituents, be it for domestic, industrial or farming purposes. The department has set up a water quality lab for which furnishing has been completed, while procurement of glassware and accessories is under process. Data so obtained from the aforementioned sources will be stored for easy accessibility by the end users. As such, the state data center has been constructed at Ayemi to serve as the hub for the data entry, storage and retrieval. I would like to especially mention that the department has been honored to have the Honorable Chief Minister grace the inauguration of the State Data Center on 17 February 2021. It is said that to beat the giant, you have to face the giant simultaneously. In order to bring a solution, one cannot be oblivious to the fact that root cause of any problem has to be dwelt upon. The department has made an attempt to alleviate a few of the many water-related issues such as erosion, floods, water scarcity, etc. faced by the state by engaging a highly acclaimed firms to offer the consultancy services in arriving at a permanent solution. Availing all the opportunities under the NHP, I can affirm that the department has ventured into setting up of a strong and robust decision support system through the establishment of RDDAS and Water Quality Lab, which is the stepping stone of any planning and management institution. With all this being said, it has become necessary to bring to the fore that the operation and maintenance of all the assets created during the phase of the project, well-trained personnel has to be in place for sustenance of the activities beyond the project period. As such, the department is processing for conversion of posts through cadre review. I therefore take the utmost advantage of the presence of the Honorable Chief Minister, Dignitaries, Chairman for the Cadre Review Committee for the department, the Agriculture Production Commissioner in our midst, and would make an earnest and humble request to kindly take cognizance of the Cadre Review proposal for active considerations by the government, which will be placed to the government shortly. I must strongly acknowledge that the state as a whole has greatly benefited from the NHP with many significant resources created which otherwise is beyond the reach of the state due to financial constraint. I presume that with this initiative, days are not far when the state of Nagaland will be at par with all the leading mainland states in the areas of water resource management. May God bless us all. Thank you.
I'm privileged and I'm happy to be with you for this celebration of the Hydrology Project Convention Centre, commissioning of automatic weather station and Piezometer, sponsored and supported by the National Hydrology Project. I want to extend my appreciation and my congratulations to the department for the successful establishment of this latest technology, and which is very important to us. This facility will definitely go a long way to establish a comprehensive hydrological information system in our state. It will also help improvement of management of our water, as well as the uses in the farming sector or industrial sector, even in domestic uses. And I hope with these technologies in place, the data and the information going to the people, we will adopt a better practices in utilization of our water, which sector and where we need it most. You are aware, the Mother Earth, it says, can provide your needs, but not your greed. Human beings have been greedy, they have not valued the planet altogether. And you are aware, there are thousands and billions of planets. But the Mother Earth has the hydrogen and oxygen, which sustain and survive the life of human beings and all kinds of animals and plants. And because of that, this planet Earth must be taken due care. It is said that land and water are the most valuable natural resources. And this kind of requirement where life can exist is yet to be found in any planets in the universe. So we have to also do our duty to conserve and to have a good habit of using water. I used to say that this part of the world, including our state, we have one time too much water and the other time too less water. Monsoon, it pours like anything. In dry seasons, there is not even water sufficient to drink. And therefore, when you have water, sometimes excess, when you have too less sometimes, it is for us, with all these technologies, management of using of water. So when we management of water, then we will be comfortable. And therefore, the engineers or the technical persons who are here will know better. Therefore, I think usage of water has to be very careful. We have the weather forecast automatically. You have seen the winds, directions. You have the water holes, rain. You have the water level, what is in underground. So, if we manage this thing for the use of our needs, I think we can become prosperous and have self-sufficiency for our daily needs. Water is, as mentioned, very important component in the existence and the survival of human beings, animals and plants. Depends on water. You have heard stories, and it's not about the future we are discussing. It has reached us. The climate change and the weather forecast tells us how the climate change is affecting the economy, the people, even gone to the extent of our existence. We have to do conservation that I did not elaborate. We are randomly destroying our forests, our environments are polluted, our waters are polluted. So if we continue to use and abuse, we will definitely face that crisis. We heard about the Chinese in the upstream Himalaya range. The water that flows down to Dimapur. So the tributaries. China is already planning and doing something which is not known to us detailing. But if they divert the flow of the water, the rainfall and also the snow melting, if there is diversion, it will have a catastrophic effect. When the Dimapur water is not sufficient, then many irrigation programs or livelihood or cities cannot survive. You are aware. All the big cities in the world, the ancient cities, even today, the big cities and towns are on the shore of the seas or at the bank of rivers. Because water is life. And like when Dimapur dry out, there will be no shipping, there will be no waterway, and it is a big concern. This has been discussed. But besides that, already covering water dispute among the state of Maharashtra, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, etc. State and state is fighting, is quarreling. And every time it emerges, when there is sufficient water, there is no quarrel. But when there is deficiency, then both sides you hear news and TVs. So it's a matter of great concern. We are blessed. We have not reached that situation. But you are aware, our rivers, our streams, our traditional wells are drying up. It is shrinking because we randomly destroy our forests and environments. And for this climate change, as I mentioned, there are flash floods. In deserts, you heard about floods. And in the hills where there is plenty of waters, rainfalls come. We are facing drought. Last year, there was a drought in Nagaland. Means it doesn't mean it is totally dry like desert, but the climate change. So when there is a season to sow the seeds and the rain don't come on time, it doesn't germinate. Or when it germinates with some water, but after that, when it grows up and bear fruits, they don't receive the water which they require. Then they don't bear fruits. Or even when it does well and bear fruits before the harvest, the climate change brings storm and hailstorm, cyclone, and destroy the whole fruits. That is the situation. That's why bringing this kind of latest technologies to study, to learn. And I'm happy that this establishment has also created trainings for the farmers. I hope this will immensely benefit their people. Our land is blessed with abundant, fertile soil. Anything you grow, it comes up. Anything. And we have plenty of water, rainfalls. But we follow the indigenous method of cultivation. Therefore, with these technologies, knowledge of water and how to use usage of waters, this will benefit the farmers. Then their harvest, the income will be more, and they will become a food self-sufficiency. And if it is excess, you will export. The income of the farmers will increase. Because this world is competition. The mediocre cannot survive. Good is not good enough. So, I'm extremely happy that we could install all these instruments. As mentioned, the data center was inaugurated in Kohima last year. You see, when you think about the Israelis, many of you are, I'm sure you have gone as a tourist or on pilgrimage to Israel. It is a dry land. It is a rocky land. It's like a semi-desert. I will not go back to the Bible, but because of their differences and disobeying of God, the enemies had destroyed them. Every day, and they were scattered all over the world. And after about 2000 years, they are coming back to the land of so-called provinces. And I believe when they came, they reached, the Bible also says that they have to buy back their land because it is already occupied by the Palestinians. But any fertile land, good lands will not be sold to the Israelites. And where things doesn't grow, the rocky portions, the semi-desert areas are sold to them at a very high price. If it costs $1,000, it costs $7,000, $8,000. They are compelled to buy. And while they were away, their leaders decided that Bible tells us, and now that we are trying to go back, how they got back is because of the British, who had scientists who held the Second World War. The scientists found the most required chemical composition, and that helped them defeat their enemy. And therefore, when they won the war, this scientist was told by the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, what can we reward you for what you have done? Through your scientific knowledge, where we could explode our bombs. And we doubt that it cannot be. So he said, sir, I don't want anything for myself, but I want land for my people. Give us land. But if the British give land, there will be another war. So they proposed the Hotovi in South Africa for temporary measure, where you are dispersed, displaced, settle down there. And the leaders committee had a meeting. The Zions, the highest body of Israelites, where with their belief they were contributing collection box to all the citizens of America over the world, collecting money that one day will go back and we have to buy our own land. Like that. But in that, they refused to go to Hotovi for temporary residing. But slowly the Israeli start coming, and they were sold some land which were buried. But slowly they came, then some international rich people, including British, they bought land in their name and developed and made the Israelites stay in those houses as workers. And gradually all these were given free to them. In that, with the scientific development, there's no knowledge to learn. When you go and see their land, see their farms, kibbutz, you know, means wherever Israelites are returning, they have a community living known as kibbutz. Everybody will eat the same food, will live in that compound, Even one of the Honorable Prime Minister of Israel was from kibbutz, and after his service, he came back and lived in the kibbutz and died. That kind of commitment. And today, they are the master of water management, water use, and their farms and their development. We visited one kibbutz, and they have a factory, and then they have a big dairy farm where they produce milk, and the waste of cow dungs and their urinals are again used for the gardens, for the fisheries, so nothing is wasted. If you want to survive big, you can go out of the kibbutz. If you want to come back and live there, work like any other, you will be given a decent living. And today there are leaders about agriculture, there are scientists, their water use, their water drinks, their water everything. And I have the privilege of going and seeing all those things. And so, your officers, you should visit Israel and study how they use, they manage the water and became the leader of the world. So for us, we have too much. We are too comfortable. So that means we don't struggle. And therefore, we are not being able to grow. We are stagnant. So I challenge you, and I want some officers. We have said earlier also, you can do a study visit, or some person can go on military and see all those things. My friend, Nodal, we are supposed to go to Italy next month. And those of them who have not visited Israel, they want to visit Israel. So, today, still the fighting is going on with Palestinians. And their citizens compulsory to be in army. So even on the street, you will see young men and young girls in the full uniform with their weapons, roam around and guard the city. Their commitment they have. We have to give our commitment. We have to promote. 70% of our citizens are still engaged in agri and allied sector. So without water, they cannot move forward. So your department knows scope. It is very, very important. And definitely, your cadres review those things. Government will see and will do justice to it. So it's my pleasure coming here. I'm also a layman, but I have come and seen myself the technologies, the instrument we have placed. You must impart training and let them know that you have to know what is happening. Otherwise, our forefathers, they were ignorant and they were worshipping sun, they were worshipping stones, they were worshipping this natural phenomenon because they are ignorant and they are afraid. But now we know everything. You want to learn everything. So God help us. I hope through this department, imparting knowledge, Nagaland will grow and will become prosperous. All the best.